That is what makes this move. The fact that there's liquidity above old highs, there's liquidity below old lows. I'm nowhere near the top. I'm not even 1% there. Not even 1%. Sky's the limit. I need a Bugatti on my watch.
Wake up prepared. Wake up knowing what you got to do today. Wake up everything already ready for you to do it. If you're trying to work a job and live trade, it's going to come down to structuring it, just having a routine. So one thing I did when I worked at UPS, you could train yourself to know what to look for in terms of the patterns. Once you know what to look for in terms of the setups, it makes taking the trades a lot easier because now it's just a confidence issue.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm Andre Diaz, 22-year-old day trader, entrepreneur, content creator, whatever you want to call me. All I know is right now it's pretty early. I had to take my girlfriend to work a little bit earlier. She didn't want to drive. I tried to get her to take herself. She didn't want to go. She wasn't trying to drive neither. So yeah, I took her to work. It's about 7 in the morning right now, and I'm on my way to the crib. I have to have some calls with the team today. So we're gonna have a call at about probably 9 a.m. So we have a little bit until then. So I have some time. Probably gonna get some content and stuff edited while I have some time up. That's the one thing I will say. When I wake up early, I definitely have a lot more time to get things done. My only problem with when I wake up early is a lot of the stuff I get done, like at these times that I'm never up. By the time I get into like the times that I'm usually working, there's not really as much to do because a lot of the editing got done. If I go to the gym, then the gym will get done. You get what I'm saying? It takes a lot of the tasks unless I like double down and do the task times 2, go to the gym again, go record a different video, you know what I mean? But your life is what you make of it. But neither here nor there. I'm gonna see you guys when I get back to the crib. We're gonna have a great Saturday. Tomorrow it is Mother's Day. My family is on a cruise right now, so they get back to Tampa tomorrow. So, I don't know. Try to think of some stuff I want to do tomorrow also. See what we can do. New day, new opportunities. Let's make the best of it. Since I'm up so early, I'm kind of out here on the balcony just getting some stuff done. I got some clips that I'm about to get scheduled and ready for Instagram for the rest of the day. I might have a 101 in about 50 minutes, so I might try to get it done early. Since I'm up, I'm going to see if they're awake and everything, so that's a possibility. So we might get a lot of that before we get to the call. Okay, just got my 7 reels that I'm gonna get scheduled. So I got 7 reels that are gonna get scheduled. That's another thing that just got done. And I'm also listening to a podcast, not even podcast, more of an educational video. It's about 2 hours to 50 minutes. It's the ultimate guide to making $100,000 a month as an online coach. Trying to scale my coaching and mentor business, you know, trying to understand the content funnels and everything. I understand trading a lot, but that's like my main skill. Like that's the first thing that I learned, so I know the most about it. I'm still improving on my trading on a daily basis, but I have other things I gotta improve on also. So before we get into the charts in an hour, I gotta focus on other things also while I got the time, because I usually don't have this time to focus on improving in these other aspects of my life because I'm busy either recording, trying to edit, or on the team, or trading, or driving around somewhere. So yeah, just improve 1% a day, to stay busy. That's all it's about. I might have a certain life, I might have certain things, but I still strive to get to a greater level. And once you think you reach that like top, once you think that you've reached the point of you're at the best version of yourself, it's only downhill from there. I'm nowhere near the top. I'm not even 1% there. Not even 1%. Sky's the limit. I need a Bugatti on my watch. It's about that time. I got I'm scheduled, and I got my boy to answer, so we're about to hop on that call as of right now. So yeah, let's get straight to it. I'm about to call him in. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. He never answered. So yeah, I gotta hop on the call. It's already about to be 9 o'clock. So I guess I'm gonna have to either do this call after or figure that out. But I gotta get this team taken care of also. So let's get that out the way. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek, but you guys know the deal. If you want to be here all the time, if you want to get the calls Monday through Friday, the live sessions with the group, get a one-on-one call access, get access to me, the courses, the content course, the trading course, all the recordings, everything to change your life to make your first $10,000 when it comes to trading. Apply to the team, the first link in the description, and I'll give you a sneak peek right now, or is that way, whichever side. That the same areas that you're going to be using to get into trades are going to be the same areas you're using to get out. If I'm expecting the price to have a reaction at the Asian session high or low, maybe I could target the Asian session high or low for the trade. If I'm expecting the price to have a reaction from an imbalance, and maybe I could target another imbalance. Other daily dose of game, I'm about to upload the call and everything for them. kind of don't remember if I stopped recording or not. So hopefully this actually was recorded. If it wasn't recorded, I'm actually gonna have to rumble someone. Not gonna lie, because after doing the interview with the student and then not having to, recording it and then deleting it, I'm sick. So hopefully I didn't do that shit again. That'd be unfortunate, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the 101 like meeting. I've done over 100 meetings. That's a lot, especially considering I'm only uploading the weekend calls. I don't upload none of the live trading calls. If I had all the live trading calls, I'd probably have 600 videos right now, just inside of the mentorship. Crazy, but yeah. Free game. Let's get the day started. Probably about to head to the gym, so let's get some games. All right. I lied. I'm about to hop on this one-on-one call with the student that I couldn't hop on before the call. But yeah, I'm about to go to the balcony and get some value before we go to the gym. That shit I called earlier. I'm like, damn, I guess he busy. I start editing. It was like 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we'll talk after. On like trading heavy Forex and everything, like Forex platforms and stuff, heavy before 2024. But 2024 is really when I started getting into like using a lot of futures and stuff and being able to take advantage of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, the chart's gonna be the same, price action is gonna be the same. The main thing is just like the platforms and kind of like the rules and the back end of it. But the trades, the charts, that's all the same stuff. You learned that from me or you learned it from other people? Copy. You go through the blueprint? No, never, not even just you, just nobody in general should ever go for a funded account unless they have the proper confidence, because your confidence is gonna be everything. If you don't have the confidence to get out when you're supposed to get in when you're supposed to, it's just not gonna work, because there's always gonna be that possible expectation of passing, of getting a payout, of getting funded now, which is always gonna get in your way if you're already not confident in yourself and your system. That's always gonna be the most important thing. So if you're not confident yet, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing it yet, because it's just gonna be a waste of money. All right, straight out the gym. Now I got some beef jerky from my boy Gustavo. Shout out Gustavo. Where's it at? I'm gonna give him a little promotion because he's one of my students and this is one of his brands he started. So I gotta show love. I got it in my pantry. But Gustavo, if you're watching this is the final bag. I ate all of them. Except for this last one. Yeah, oh, just dropped all my stuff that I got downstairs. Shout out Gustavo with the beef jerky. But I also went to the store downstairs, got my daily mango naked drink and a big water, but I also got a ginger shot. So yeah, about to see what this shit do. So yeah, up and away. Not bad. If you wanna know what's in it, there you go. Now, I'm gonna eat that. So I'm showered up, nice and clean, nice and fresh, and I just got, yo Luna, leave her alone. You was just chilling. My dogs have just been relaxing with me for the past 5 minutes after Luna's been bullying Nova, the smaller dog, and as soon as I started recording, she ran over to get her. She's smarter than she looks. But, all right, nope, we ain't about to do that. You guys can play, that's cool. But this squeaky toy, this one specifically ain't gonna cut it, sorry. As I was gonna say before they started interrupting me, I'm just getting some content edited, so the video you're watching right now, crazily enough, I kind of jinxed myself. Earlier in the vlog, I told myself hopefully it doesn't happen and I somehow lose the footage is gone. I think when I was editing the reels that I was posting, I accidentally deleted the video from earlier, trying to free up room on my laptop to actually download the reel. It's just crazy. And my dog's over here staring at me hold this. Watch how fast they'll run. Having dogs is fun. They're expensive, they're annoying sometimes, but I love them. It's good companionship. For all the people that want companionship, if you want a reason to be locked in to not have to go nowhere, I physically can't travel all the time as I would want because I have these responsibilities of dogs. So yeah, free game. But it's 3 o'clock. I got my first one-on-one in about 30 minutes. And then that's going to be the first of 6. So we're about to get into a lot of game. Son, unfortunately, like I just told you, I lost the footage. It got deleted. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. If you want to get access to the game, the people inside of the team that they were there live, they got the game. So yeah, if you want to be there, you know what to do. Sign up down below. Apply down below.
Studying it for a few years.
Now, yeah, I got you. It should be a little bit more easier to digest since you do got experience. All right, that first call is done. Well, second call if we include the one from earlier. But we about to hop on the second call. I'm not going to balcony for this one. Let's get some fresh air. What's going on, Birdie? The main thing I would say, if you're trying to work a job and live trade, is going to come down to structuring it, just having a routine. So one thing I did when I worked at UPS was I went from working from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon every single day. I went from doing that to switching jobs to working to UPS so that I could work at 5 p.m. in the afternoon or 4 p.m. in the afternoon all the way until like 11 to 12 at night. That was one of the biggest things I did so that I can get my mornings free. If you can consistently catch those 1 to 5, 1 to 6 trades like you said you just caught when you had the free time this week when you weren't working, as long as you make sure your losses are significantly smaller, like I say average 2 losses a day max, because even if you take those 2 losses in a day, a 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 is gonna pay for that back times 2, times 3, even if on a full losing day, which is amazing. You know what I'm saying? The main thing for you would be making sure that you actually make the numbers make sense. Don't over trade, don't over risk, don't do any dumb shit that's gonna make those numbers not be what they're supposed to. Every day isn't gonna look the same when it comes to the charts. So you got to keep in mind, based off experience, I could tell if the range is wide. I could tell if 50 points looks too small. I could tell if 100 doesn't look wide enough. I could tell if 100 is too wide. It really comes down to just experience, and I know what my charts look like. I know what my trades usually look like. So it's like I can easily tell if 50 is too much or if it's just right. It really just comes down to being able to measure the ranges, like keeping it completely simple, just measure the ranges. Before you get into a trade, measure what 50 points will look like. Third call. Let's get straight to it. We giving value. We on a roll, on a balcony roll. I don't know if I'm gonna do a balcony talk because we on a balcony talking a whole lot. Anything of the ticks, 1 point being 4 ticks, but besides that, once you understand the calculation, it makes it a little bit easier. It's annoying at first, but it's just like kind of something that after a while you get used to. But I will say the same thing, US 30. In my opinion, even putting the points and ticks to the side, I just rather trade US 30 a lot of the time just because it kind of gives me more cleaner price action, but they both have their days. But personally, I like US 30. That's what I started with. NAS came after US 30. Of understanding what you're doing when it comes to taking a trade, understanding that part, because once you put money into it, you're gonna have like a expectation. You're gonna have other factors in it that are gonna come into play. But I'm gonna send you like stuff to your phone. The main thing, firstly, is gonna be finishing the blueprint. You already started that, but once you get done that, specifically, you want to watch some of these. By the time, like I always tell everyone, the first phase of your trading is always going to be the education, understand the concepts, get an idea what it is, why the market is doing this, why the market moves, all of that stuff, the fundamentals, what news is, why news is important, and then getting experience with it, not with live emotions, not with actually caring too much if it's going to win or lose, because you just want to be focusing on understanding the process and trying to make the process work and trying to understand what's working for you and what's not working for you. And then going into phase 3, which would be trading a funded account or trading a live account. But that's going to be once you already have confidence in yourself and your system, have experience that you have confidence to even do that, so that all you have to worry about now is handling yourself and your emotions. Important thing, once you get trained yourself to know what to look for in terms of the patterns, once you know what to look for in terms of the setups, it makes taking the trades a lot easier, because now it's just a confidence issue. You're either going to get in or you're not. But once you know what to look for, it's like that's the one step out of the way, because a lot of people don't know what to look for. Once you know what to look for, okay, why would I be confident to take this trade? But that's a whole nother thing now that comes down into it. That comes down to experience. Why would I take it? Because I've seen it play out before and I've taken it before. Why did you take it before? Because I back tested it and I've seen it. It's just like a big old cycle that one thing happens because of the last. All right, we're about to hop on the last call of the day. Looks like it's about to rain over there. But look. Shit looking critical. But we about to finish this last call. No cap. All right, turns out he was fishing. Like, yeah, he's on his way fishing. So I was just like, let's just have the call tomorrow. He's the one driving. He's with his cousins and he's the one driving. So I'm not about to have him do the call while he's driving. Yeah, so, hey, okay, we are done for the day. All right. All right, done with the one-on-one calls. We're about to go grab her some food at this place real quick. It's like 5-10 minutes away. But that's the vibes as of right now. Don't know what time it is. Here, you can tell right here. But yeah, we about to go to the store. Well, restaurant, whatever you want to call it. Feeling relaxing. I got a couple just getting calls set up for tomorrow. Just kind of thinking ahead of the game. Always stay prepared. Trust me, there's a lot of days where I wake up unprepared and it just fucks me up every time. Wake up prepared. Wake up knowing what you got to do today. Wake up everything already ready for you to do it so that it makes your day so much easier. Because tomorrow's going to be a lot more busier than today. Tomorrow I have probably maybe 8 to 9 different one-on-one calls. So it's going to be a hectic day. Plus I got to get my parents from the cruise dock because they come back from like all the islands that they were at on their cruise ship in the morning for Mother's Day. So yeah, plus it's Mother's Day. So tomorrow's going to be a fun day. And like I said, I just want to be prepared for it. But I'm still waiting for my girlfriend to get this food from inside of this building. I'm enjoying the rain. And yeah, I'm just here. It's just a normal day, man. Just a normal day. I wish I had the content from the session earlier so you guys had some chart breakdown, but I might give you guys a little something before the video ends. I might give you some free game. All right, as promised, I told you guys I was going to give you guys a little free game chart breakdown. Not even chart breakdown. I'm just going to kind of give you guys a pure summarized version of what I look for on a daily basis. So we're going to keep it simple. We have 2 categories. I don't know why I was going to draw those boxes. Those boxes aren't necessary. But I'm looking for 2 types of trades on a daily basis for the people that are for the people that are new to the channel. This is going to be beneficial. For the people that aren't new, say hi to the women. But yeah, false breaks. That is going to be the next one. So we're looking for fair value gap fills or false breaks on a daily basis. Now, what is a false break? False break is basically the opposite of a breakout, right? Just keep it simple. When you have an old high or low, you're expecting price to usually want to go above it and try to keep going. A false break is the opposite. I'm looking for price to have a reaction and go the opposite way of either a high or a low. The direction doesn't necessarily matter when it comes to a false break. But the key thing to understand when it comes to false breaks is even though this is kind of going against the trend, you want to use this when it's following the trend. So say for example, if price was overall bearish and we had a false break like this would have been a nice little possible move here because it would have been following the overall trend and we would have been running this high, which is doing what? Grabbing liquidity. That is what makes this move. The fact that there's liquidity above old highs, there's liquidity below old lows, and when price runs above these old highs and lows, it tends to go the opposite direction, which is what a false break is. A false breakout is the opposite of a breakout. And when it comes to a fair value gap fill, a fair value gap is something that gets left behind when there's a lot of volume in the market. Is usually formed with 3 candles. There's a wick between the first candle and a wick in the third. Not a wick. If there's a gap from the first candle's wick and the third candle's wick, there's a gap in between it. That is what you would classify as a false break. And it usually looks something like this in terms of how you would catch it when it comes to, let's just say, a schematic. Price will retrace into a, say, old gap, and that gap will be filling in and then like a form of volume. And then from there, price will usually go the other way. But these are both different forms of liquidity. There's liquidity in these gaps, and there's liquidity above the old highs and lows. But this is like the very broken down version of what I'm looking for. Now, I use these paired with other confirmations because this by itself isn't enough for me to try to catch the trade, but I'm looking for other confirmations. The confirmations are really what adds to the high probability in this because a false break by itself is cool, but I'm not going to take it. A fair value got filled at the right time, not at the right time. A fair value got filled with a couple confirmations is cool, but it's not enough for me to take it by itself. The main thing that I'm looking for on a daily basis, I'm going to need time. And by the time I mean it needs to be from 11 to that 9 in the morning. Within those 2 hours from 9 to 11 a.m., that's when I'm looking for the trade. That's when I'm looking for price trade into a fair value gap. That's what I'm looking for price to run above an old high or low. Time is always going to be the #1 factor that I look for when it comes to trading. And then after that, we have other confirmations such as maybe the fib. We have other confirmations such as maybe a big figure level. What is a big figure level? Just think of whole number levels: 41,000, 41,600, 41,800. Basically, all the numbers on the right side of my screen, all of the big figure levels. Now, that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed going to move. It's just an extra confirmation.
It's just an added reason why it might have a reaction. When it comes to the market, we don't need to figure out exactly why it's going to go up or down. We got to figure out exactly what's going to lead price to having a reaction. That same reaction can get us to TP1, can get us to TP2, can lead us to winning trades. We just want to find reactions. The confirmations I use, timing, a Fibonacci, a big figure level, aligned with the fact that we're either going to have a fair value gap fill or a false break. That's really all you really need on a daily basis. You don't need to overcomplicate it, because guess what? All these can be aligned with each other. All these confirmations can go together. You can have a false break into a fair value gap, trading into a fib at the right time into a big figure level. All you're doing is stacking up reasons why price is likely going to have a reaction, stacking up reasons why price is going to go to the area that you want it to go to. It's just a probability game. The same trades that I've taken that have won me trades are the same trades that I've taken that have lost me money before. It's a probability game. If you flip a coin, it doesn't mean that if you get heads 20 times in a row that tails doesn't work. You just have shitty luck, and that's just what it comes down to, because it's a probability game, and it's the same thing with trading. But this is like a very simple idea. Like I said, unfortunately, I lost the recording from earlier, but this will have to do.
All right, team, it's that time of the video. This is going to be where it's going to be coming to an end. It was a very productive day. Tomorrow's going to be even more productive. We got even more calls, another group call, more content to be made, and it's Mother's Day. And my family's going to be here. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be an adventurous day. It's going to be a jam-packed day. So I got to get this day over with. I got to get this video uploaded, edited, so I can get some sleep, so I can wake up early and start it off on the right note. So with that being said, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can get access in the first link in the description. You can apply down there. And if you want to get access to the 3 steps to becoming a consistently profitable trader, it'll be in the second link in the description in the free trading training. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video. No days off.